Hi, this is Karen from Cardio Golf, and this is your Daily Groove program. We're going to be doing exercises and swing drills to help you shape your swing and trim your score. So it's a total body workout. I have all these programs written down, and all you have to do is follow along. We're using the Cardio Golf slope for this exercise. If you don't have the slope, then you'll just do this exercise on the flat surface. Your heels are up on the slope and your toes are down, and we're squatting. So you really want to try to keep your back flat, keep your core nice and tight, and you want to get down as low as you can and power up. Try to get up to 20 repetitions. This is your squat exercise. For this exercise, stand behind your slope, your hands on your hips. Start with your right foot and you're lunging. Place your knee and your ankle and your hip all in one line and push off and then alternate. You want to try to work up to doing 20 repetitions on each leg. For this exercise, stand on one side of the slope and calculate how far you have to stand so you can get a nice range of motion with your leg, and then push off. We're doing side lunges. Work up to 20 repetitions on each leg. Sure you repeat on the other side. So again, stand on one side, calculate how far you have to stand to get a nice range of motion, push off and come back in. 20 repetitions. For this exercise, stand on the slope. We're doing a reverse lunge. So step back and try to lunge down, keeping most of the weight on your back leg, not on your front leg. So you're going down, popping back up, and then repeating on the other leg. If you don't have a slope, then you're just doing this on the flat floor. Great job. That's your lower body strength for today. Now we're going to move on to mobility exercises. We're going to get down on the floor for these mobility exercises. If you don't have a slope, you'll just have to modify and do these on the flat surface. So this is a modified pigeon. It's a great hip stretch. You're going to bend your knee and place your shin on top of the slope like this, and then lengthen your back leg. You're using the sides of the slope to hold your upper body up, and you're just holding this exercise for about 20 to 30 seconds. Really trying to get a nice nice stretch in your hip right here. You want to lengthen your spine, try not to hunch over, and then you can just hang here. If this is uncomfortable, you'll just have to work up to this position, but this is a great stretch for your hip. So we're doing one side first. Push your arms and keep your spine nice and long. And then when you're ready, go ahead and go to the other side. Stretch out that back leg. Your toes are down so that you're lengthening your leg, and you're getting a nice stretch in your hip right here. It's a modified pigeon stretch. Imagine if you did exercises like this every day. This would really help stretch out your hips, your low back. All right, from here, you're going to go on your knees and sit on your heels. This might be challenging for you, so you might have to work up to this, but this is a great exercise to stretch out your ankles, your calves, your quads right here. And then from here, you're just going to lean forward, rock, stretch your hips out, and then come back in. And you're just repeating that, rocking back and forth. If you want to just hang onto the slope and then stretch your arms back, or rocking back and forth. You want to do about 10 to 15 repetitions. You can hold one position for a few seconds. Great for the low back, modified cobra right here. You can push off and then stretch out here, modified child's pose. Great job. All right, from here, turn around, and if you don't have the slope, you're just doing this on the flat surface. The slope is great because it elevates us, and then it adds an element of gravity. So we're just doing a straddle stretch, trying to stretch forward right here. And you can wiggle around. You can turn to one side. You can go to the other side. You can go forward. You just want to hold this for about 30 seconds, using the insides of your legs, the outsides of your legs, and stretching out your hips here. The slope adds some gravity, so it helps you lean over and get a little extra stretch. All right, from here, come on up off of your slope. And now we're going to work with the GolfSwing power bands. I have them attached to a high hook, and I have the red power bands. They have a lot of resistance. And from here, I'm just holding onto the handles, facing away from the wall, and I'm stretching my chest and back right here. These muscles are typically tight in golfers, so you want to stretch these on a daily basis. You can hold the stretch, you can do a dynamic stretch like this, whatever feels good. You want to hold for 30 seconds or so. Great exercise. Use the resistance of the band to open your chest. If you stand away and walk away a little bit, it adds an extra stretch. Great job. All right, from here, just turn and face away from the wall. I'm going to straddle my slope here, hinge from my hips, and now I'm just stretching my hamstrings and the low back right here. So use the bands to resist and try to stretch out those hammies, the low back. All the exercises I'm doing are stretches for people that are typically tight. All the stretches that I'm doing are stretches to help muscles that are typically tight in golfers. Bend your knees, come up slowly, and you should feel stretched out and loose in the back chain. All right, from here, if you have a PowerSwing trainer, you're gonna grab that. If you don't, you wanna get one of these. These are awesome. You put this under your front foot, and then you hold on to the grip and try to stretch out your swing as much as possible. You should be stretched out, so now you can go ahead and try to swing your hands to the top of the swing as far away from your front foot as possible. Where people go wrong is they do this right here. So stretch it out as much as you can. Do about 8 to 10 repetitions. That'll get your heart rate up, and that'll really help you feel what you want to be like at the top of your swing. From here, we're going to use our shorty club. I'm a right-handed golfer, so this would represent an upslope. And from here, I'm just doing practice swings, trying to really make a good turn, get into a good backswing at the top of my swing. So I'm just making back swings right here, using the slope to help me wind my weight into my backside. And you just want to repeat for about 10 to 15 repetitions. All right, from here, go to the downslope. Again, I'm a right-handed golfer, so the downslope, my back leg is higher. And now the downslope, I can do the whole swing and really use the slope to push off so that I can get some power. Where a lot of people go wrong is if they're on the flat surface, they would just do this to follow through. So this helps you push off, extend your arms, and finish. So go ahead and do the whole swing on the downslope. All right, from here, use your slope as your alignment tool. So imagine a fairway, a green, and then you want to aim towards that. So your feet, your knees, your hips, your eye line are parallel to your target line. And now do some practice swings and have a good imagination. Watch your ball fly down the fairway. Imagine if you imagine good shots every day when you get onto the golf course, you'll have that vision in your head and you'll want to replicate that. If you have a putter nearby, grab your putter and let's finish up this daily groove by doing some putts and just grooving your putting stroke. So use the leading edge of the slope right here, put your toe of the putter right up against it, get into some good putting posture, and then just practice swinging that putter head straight back and straight through. If something's going wrong with your putting stroke, you'll see that you end up hitting the slope, so you want to make sure you keep that putter face very square back and through. Just groove that putting stroke. Try to make it smooth. Try to do it with some rhythm. So practice some short putts, practice some medium putts, practice some long strokes. Imagine if you held your putter every day and just practiced grooving that putting stroke, how good you would become. All right, so that's your daily groove for today. Come back tomorrow for another groove.